Hey everyone, it's Terra Garden here. It's July 26th, 2026, and we're here doing a Q&A interview with Worldwide Music Directory, which we just got added to, which we thank you very much. Appreciate it. So they have 10 questions for us, and we're going to answer it. So starting off, number one, it says, let's start with introductions. Who are the members of Terra Garden, and what role does each person play in the band? So I'll start out with me, Mike DeGrucci, guitar and background vocals.
Vocals and lyricist.
That is Paul Terror.
Wild Bill, bass, background vocals.
And I'm G, and I hit things. I play the drums.
My name is Ed, and I play guitar.
Question number two. How did Terra Garden first come together, and what inspired you to start making music as a group?
Well, we got together, me and G. We're rehearsing at the same studio, and we hooked up because my band was ending and hers was, and we hooked up, and we both are on the same page as far as music. So we started writing with other people and getting the band together.
Yes.
Yep. And here we are 16 years later.
Yes.
Still doing our thing.
Yes.
Okay, question number three. For listeners discovering your music for the first time, how would you describe your sound? So, something I've said many times in recent memory. I think at our core, we're more of a hard rock band with heavy metal moments at times. So I think those are probably the two genres I would say we're a good blend of, and maybe some groove metal as well. So that would be my how I would describe our sound. I don't know if anybody has anything differently.
Each one of us has very unique influences from each other, which helps us create a very unique sound. So it's very hard to describe what we are exactly. We just call ourselves hard rock or heavy metal or heavy rock.
I concur with groove metal.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good description.
It's a mix of different influences. There's rock, there's metal, there's punk. It's a mixture of different types of music, and that's how we got our sound.
Yes.
Yep, agreed. Okay, question number four. Every band obviously has influences. Which artists, albums, or genres have had the biggest impact on our music?
Well, obviously the rock/metal genre is easy to say. And our own personal influences just mixed together. It's so many, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, like I like a ton of different bands and subgenres, but as far as music that I felt like bled into Terra Garden, probably Alice in Chains, Metallica, Iced Earth. Yeah, those three right off the bat. I felt like when I've written riffs and I'm like, oh yeah, that's directly inspired from that band. So I'm sure there's others, but those three are coming to mind. Anybody else?
There's so many different genres of music. It's a total mixture. I mean, there's some different kinds of rock and metal and punk. There's, it's a little piece of everything that's influenced music over the past 40, 50 years. Trust me, nobody's doing anything original. Everything is a piece of what somebody else has started. From Elvis to friggin' Biscuit to the Beatles to Pantera. I mean, everybody's got a little piece of something. And that's how we all get into our music. It's our idols, our influences. We subconsciously grab a piece of it, and that's how you put it together.
I think too, we're all from different stages. We're all slightly different age, so all had different introductions to music, so all a little different. And then you put it all together, that's what we got.
It's like a specimen box.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good analogy.
First album reference. Yeah.
Personally, for me, my influences began with the Eagles and then Pantera, and most recently, I'd say it's mostly power metal and death metal bands who are very influenced by classical music and the major guitar heroes.
Okay. Question number 5. Your music delivers a powerful metal experience. What themes and messages do you aim to explore through your songs? So maybe, I guess, Paul, maybe this might be more for you, like lyrical themes and messages that you have written about, from Specimen Cup all the way to the new album.
Either I have two influences, either personal experience or putting on the news. That's where I get ideas for songs, either personal experiences or stories I see on the news.
Yeah, that's fair. And I know our song titles and themes have definitely varied over the years. Some are more, tongue-in-cheek humor, and some are more serious. So it's good to have a nice blend like that.
I mean, listen, you got songs like Learn How to Drive, and then you got songs like Hollow. It's
Yeah.
two different things, but they're both reality,
Yes. Yes, indeed.
It's just a different way. One way sarcastically, and the other way is just up front and in your face.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. All right, question number 6. Can you walk us through the songwriting process? Does one member usually bring ideas to the table, or is it a collaborative effort?
It's collaborative.
Yeah, it's been that way ever since I joined. There's definitely certain songs that have more of a stamp of one person. Like, I have songs that were definitely like, I brought to the table. I was the primary songwriter. Same with Paul, Bill, Brian, our ex-lead guitarist. So everybody has definitely, has certain songs of theirs that's their own. But in general, yeah, I mean, sometimes we go through a vault of riffs just to figure out what would work for a new song, and other times we just naturally come up with something in a jam and go from there. So I'm glad we have both, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a good. I usually been last, kind of, but we also all write riffs together. Like you said, like sometimes there's a whole thing, and sometimes there's not, but it works.
Yep. This should be a good one, and G and Paul obviously have several years on me, but question 7. What has been the most memorable live performance or concert experience you've had so far as a band? I mean, I've been a part of 100-something Terror Garden live shows. There's been a lot. I think playing Alive After 5, which is a street festival in Patchogue, the first year I joined, I thought that was really cool, and glad we got to do that. How do you narrow down so many shows? Opening for King's X at 89 North, that was really cool. I would say our own park shows, they've really taken a life of their own, and the community kind of looks forward to them each year now. It started out as a crazy alternate plan for an album release, and now it's something we do every year, and everybody has a great time. So I'd say those are pretty memorable, and on and on. Does anybody have a particular show that they've played that really stands out in our history?
Then there was a time we opened for Striper, and Gina was speechless.
Yeah.
That was great.
Oh my God, my husband. Yeah.
Wingers.
Oh,
That was great.
that was amazing. That was definitely like for me, the Striper show was definitely like, I still don't remember how we even got to meet him. I think they were doing sound check or something.
Yep.
I think my mom was not shutting up, and I couldn't talk, I believe, right? Paul remembers everything.
Yep. Your mom was going a mile a minute. You were like, humming. It was great.
Yeah.
It was great. That was fucking priceless.
What year was? Do you remember what year that was? It was before I joined, obviously, but like
2014, 2000, yeah, like 2014, 2013, something like that.
No, you
okay,
know what? I think was my dad still. I thought it was before my dad passed, but I could be wrong. So it
Hang
might have
out. Let me
been
look.
older. It might have been like 2010, but maybe not. I was, but regardless,
okay.
it was a while ago.
How about you, Bill? I mean, you've been in the band a little over 6 years now. Any shows throughout this entire time that really left a mark with you?
I love it when we open up to that band, that 89 North, that does Dogman.
King's X.
Yeah,
Yep.
and the park shows I think are really really great because they're personal and fun, and there's outdoor and there's like woods and there's plenty of room, and the vibe is always like party and family.
Awesome.
Yeah, the park shows are fun.
No doubt.
My most memorable live performance with this band was probably my very first one, which took place November of 2023 at the Village Pub. It was my first live performance with this group, so that one always sticks out in my mind. But probably a mutual feeling with the rest of the band is when we were on the same bill as King's X, a very notable band, and we shared the bill with our friends and former band 25th Mission, so that was a real cool experience. We had two local bands hanging out with the big boys, so very fun experience.
Okay, that show was March 30th, 2014 with Striper.
Striper.
Wow, 2014.
Okay. So that must have just been right. You must have been like between Scott and Tony, like somewhere right around.
Yeah, we had Tony
them,
then.
changing
Tony
bases.
just jumped
Yeah.
aboard. That's right. That's right.
Wow.
Okay.
So my dad was already passed. That's crazy. I thought he was still here.
Indeed. All right. Question number 8. The metal scene has evolved significantly over the years. What excites you most about the current state of metal music?
Nothing.
I think just doing our own piece of it, putting our own stamp on, just being an original band and putting out new music out there for people to check out. Of course, we have our peers and friends around the scene, so it's always nice to share the stage together for a show. And yeah, I feel like, especially in the past year or so with the EP release, I feel like our popularity has grown and our community has grown. So I'm just excited to see where that takes us moving forward.
Yes, no, well said. I mean, we thankfully have a nice little group of a little scene here on Long Island, still, which is nice.
All right. Question number 9. What projects, releases, tours, or music videos are you currently working on that fans should be looking forward to? Well, we're kind of past that point with this album cycle right now. We put out our self-titled EP back in January, and all that stuff that was just mentioned is kind of in the past now. We did the major promotion. We did 2 music video singles. We're kind of in the middle of our, tour for it. To look forward to. I mean, we have a couple shows to round out the year, and we're literally on the cusp of starting to piece our very first ideas together for what will be an eventual 6th release. So that, I guess I would say.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we're at right now, for sure. We got a couple of good shows the rest of the summer. And
Great. All right, last question. Number 10. Finally, is there anything you'd like to say to your supporters and future listeners? Well, I would say for anybody completely brand new, if your musical tastes revolve around particularly like the genres we said before, hard rock, heavy metal, groove metal, just go to our social media and digital platforms and check out our back catalog all the way from the newest back to the first album and everything in between. Hopefully you dig what you hear. And if you do, follow us, like, subscribe. And, we're still an active band kicking around and got hopefully more new music on the way. Anybody else? Bill?
Thank you, everybody, for supporting.
To the supporters and future listeners, we hope that you enjoy what you hear. We're doing it because we love playing, and we hope to inspire, at the very least, future guitar players and bassists and, people to grab the sticks and grab the mic and do what makes you happy.
G, Paul?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, to everybody who's even bought T-shirts and CDs and the merch. And aside from seeing us at shows and just genuinely liking what we do, and just it's so much appreciated. And we love hanging out with everybody at the shows.
Paul, any last words?
Enjoy the music. Enjoy.
Okay, that's about it, guys. So that is our Q&A interview with Worldwide Music Directory. We appreciate their time and adding us to their website. And yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
it. So see you guys later.